We're studying IGCSE math and we're starting vectors and transformations too. In the last class on this, we talked about these four things. Now, column vectors tell us basically tell us what transformation is happening.
Wait, to do that, do we first write the coordinates and then subtract final coordinates from initial?
Exactly, that one, this one, 0, 2, 0, right? Example. So plus 2, 0. That one. We have done this, yes? So
yeah, but I don't think I have any examples of that.
Yes, I'll give you an example. It's a 9, 7. This is what they look like. Let's start with column vectors today. Again. Just one question on it. A column vector. What does it look like? We need to look at a graph first. A graph. Just a second. Column vector. Now tell me, what is the column vector for this line? This vector. From here to here. Manvi answer. Anas answer.
1 second. So
all you have to do,
it's
okay, wait. Let me do
x
complete the
coordinate
triangle.
first, right?
Like
4
this.
and plus 4 and plus 10.
Plus 4 and plus 10. So what's happening here is, let's first look at the 2 points Q. Let's say P and Q here. Now I'll write the coordinates of P. P is what is P? Minus 5, minus 4, comma 1. While Q, on the other hand, is 6, comma 5. Therefore, the line PQ, the vector PQ is going to be minus 4. Minus 4. Or sorry, 6 minus 4 and 5 minus 1. All you're doing is taking this guy and subtracting the other guy. Yes, subtracting the other guy. So what you have to do is subtract the final point from the initial point. Any doubts in this? And that will give us PQ is 10, 4. Right, done. Let's look at the next thing, adding vectors. Now you know how to add vectors.
Wait, isn't this like the magnitude of a vector?
This is not the magnitude of a vector. This is the column vector. Why is it called a column vector? Because it is a column, right? It has 2 rows and 1 column. Now we look at adding vectors. How do you add vectors? Question 1. Solve this in your notebook. 3, 5 plus minus 2, 10. What is the answer?
It's 1 and then 5. No, 1 and then 15. 1, 15.
1 and 15. Easy? Got it? Any doubts here, anyone? We're looking at something different, which is subtracting vectors. Subtracting vectors, which is minus, let's say 3, 10. Answer? Anas?
So that's 0, okay. Minus 5.
Right, minus 5. So this would be 0 minus 5. Done. Now we're looking at multiplying vectors with a constant. question 1. You have 3, 2, 3, let's say 8. What is the answer?
Oh, wait, is this the same as multiplying vector with a scalar?
Yes, same. Oh yeah, scalar. Vector with a scalar. Same thing.
Okay. That's 620.
Okay, so the answer is 6 and 24. Any doubts here? Any doubts in this? Nope. What are you doing? You're multiplying both of these with 3. And this is what you get. Now finally, we're looking at magnitude of a vector. How do I find the magnitude of a vector? The formula is if you have a vector AB, then the magnitude will be, let's say you have a vector Q, which is equals to this. So the magnitude will be, or magnitude of Q will be root of A square plus B square. Any doubts?
No.
Now answer a question. Now let's say question number 1. Manvi, I need you to do this on the board. Anas, do it on your notebook. Now the first one is, let's say you had 8, 19. What is the magnitude of this? Let's say this is equals to PQ. This is the vector PQ. And my question is, what is the magnitude of PQ?
So it's root over 64 plus 19 square, right?
Root over, yep. So 8 square plus 19 square. So answer is, whatever your calculator gives you, that is your answer. 64 plus.
Okay, that's 20.61. Okay, 20.62.
Okay. 20.6. Done. So that's it. A magnitude of a vector, done. Right. I think that's clear. Any questions on this?
No.
No. Now we're going to do something new today, which are, just a second. This is also called the modulus of a vector. Same thing. Modulus of a vector is the same thing as magnitude of a vector. Okay. Now we're looking at parallel vectors. Now, I hope you're writing this in your notebook. Don't just tell me the answer. Write everything down. Parallel vectors. Now the parallel vectors are, let's say, two vectors are parallel if they have same direction. If they have the same direction. How do we know if they have the same direction? How do we know that? The thing is, in general, we have that, let's say if K, let's say, look, always PQ is parallel to KPQ.
Is there any symbol for parallel?
Symbol for parallel. Now there is a symbol which is this. equal. Okay, or you can even, well, they won't ask you, so don't worry about it. Okay. Now I'll tell you the symbol in a second. The something which is relevant in IGCSE. First, write this in your notebook and tell me when you're done. And don't write things randomly. Please keep it together. Now the symbol for parallel is this. Yes, as I was telling you, this. So I can also say AB is parallel to KAB. Example 1. Let's say example 2.
Do we write always?
Yes, you should write always. Now, Manvi, what is the progress?
I wrote this down.
Wrote this down. Now, you don't have to use this symbol. Please don't use it. It's not in your syllabus. Now, all you need to know is that 5, 2. Let's
So then
compare.
how do we say that it's parallel? How
We'll
do we
just,
show that it's
yeah,
parallel?
we will say this. We'll write this. PQ is parallel to. That's what we're going to write.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I know this is okay. This is in a Greek letter, but it's not in your syllabus, right? So don't bother.
Okay, but then what is KPQ?
Yeah, I'll tell you what it is. KPQ. Now let's compare 5 to 1, 10, 4. Now can I write 10, 4 in terms of a constant multiplied to this guy? Can I convert these two as 5, 2 and 2, 5, 2? Can I do that?
Okay, yeah.
So let's say this guy was PQ and this guy was KM. So what I can say, if I can write this thing as 5, 2 and this as 2 times 5 of 2, 5, 2. So PQ and KM are parallel. Is that clear? Now we're going to do some actual questions on this in a second. First, tell me if you're done. If you wrote this down.
Wait 1 second. Done.
Done. Okay. Manvi?
Done.
Done. Now, how do I find this 2 here? Now, in this case, it was pretty easy. I could look, okay, a 10 is twice, fine. I can make a factor. So, then in the same way, let's say, if I have another example, question 2, or example 2. Let's try PQ, or let's say RS is equals to 20, let's say 5, 32. And or let's just take this as 19, and QS or QP is equals to, just give me a second, 95 and 160. Now can you tell me whether QP and RS are parallel?
So we first need to divide 95 by 19 and 160 by 32, right?
Yes, and if they are equal, if you divide both of them, say that again.
Is this a new question?
Yeah, it's a new question. I'm giving you the method. Don't solve it right now. I'm solving this for you. Method. Now you're not going to use this method in the exam. That's not allowed. We're using a proper method for vectors. Method, parallel vectors. Parallel vectors.
Okay, they are parallel because it's 5. 95, 160 is 5
But
into.
yeah, how will we write this? Just a second. This is how we'll write it. So we'll say RS, first thing RS is equals to K into QP. Write the method. That's step one. If it is parallel, this should be true. Okay. So I can say, okay, then 19 over 32 must be equals to K into 95. Oh, sorry, actually, let's do it in the other way. Same thing, doesn't make a difference. Now we have 95, 160 must be equals to 19, some number multiplied with 19 divided by 30 over and 32. Now, in this case, how do I find K? I know, therefore, 95 is equals to K into 19 and 160 is equals to K into 32. Now you're going to solve these questions and tell me what is the answer for K.
K is 5.
K is 5. So over here, K is 5. And in the second equation, we'll get two equations here, 1 and 2.
And in the second equation as well, K is 5.
So
It
therefore,
means
in the third way, since K is equals to 5, or let's say K is equals to 5, so let's say QP and RS are parallel. Clear? Any questions here? Now this is the method you're using.
Wait, what if we get different numbers for both of them?
Yes, then you'll say not parallel. Okay, we'll try
Okay.
that question. Now let's
Let's
try
try it,
another.
okay.
Yeah, let's try that
Wait.
question.
I'm
Writing this down, write it first. Shreya, can you hear me?
Yeah, my internet has not been working like at all for a while now.
I see. Now is it working better?
I don't know. And yeah, I join
Now
now.
write the method for
Oh, sorry.
proving parallel vectors. Method for proving parallel vectors. Now to be parallel, this thing is important. This right here is an important note. This is the rule. For something to be parallel, two vectors to be parallel, QP or RS must be some constant multiplied to the other guy. So QP must be K times the other vector. Or RS must be K times some other vector. Now let's try.
What did you write for 0.3?
Right, for 0.3, since K is equal to 5, so QP and RS are parallel. Any questions here? I'm going to give you another question, Manvi, solve it. Now I'll say KL is equals to 3216 and MN is equals to 12 8. Find whether they are parallel. Send me the answer on WhatsApp. Manvi, progress.
I already know the answer, but then I'm writing the steps and I'll send them.
Yeah, because you don't get marks for just the answer.
Yeah.
Anas, progress. Share progress. Come on, I have to do another question now.
I'm working on it.
I sent it to you.
Send it to me. All right. Share progress.
Okay. I don't understand this because it's a decimal.
It's a decimal.
So yeah, is
It's
it
okay. It can be
parallel
decimal.
or not?
Right, Manvi, this is correct. Full marks. Okay. Now, good job. Done. We'll look at another one. Something more difficult. Now, this is just the fundamentals. You have to get to the difficult part. Yeah. Now, Anas, let's look at the answer here. Can you see the answer?
Yeah, I've got it all done, but I don't know if it's parallel or not because
Send it to me.
that's a decimal. The
Just send it
other
to
one,
me.
I
Right?
can't send it. I don't have the phone right now.
Yeah, I
My
don't have
mom's
the
using
phone.
it.
Okay. So you have to have your phone with you to send pictures. So then I can check your corrections, right? In every class, you have to send me your working. So be ready next time. Now, all we're doing right now is X or K, whatever your constant you have taken, they are not constant. This fraction 8 by 3 or decimal is not same as 2. So I can say X is not same. This, no, you don't say this is in parallel, you say KL and MN are not parallel, are not parallel. Yep, that's it. Yep, that's about it. So since if X is not same, if it was same, then it would be parallel. Let's start something new, which is position vectors. Now, Manvi, do you know what position vectors are?
No.
No. Have you done this chapter
Okay,
in
wait,
school?
I know.
Tell me.
Yeah, I know. I
What are
remember.
they?
So
What are they?
it's like from B to A, if you give it a name, like a small letter A or something, that's a position vector.
No, that's not it. That's a column vector. Okay, I'll tell you what it is. Now, this is position of basically position of a point from the origin. Okay, it's pretty easy. It's just the coordinates. Pretty easy. Origin or any other fixed point. Position of a vector from the origin or any other fixed point. Now, Manvi, tell me what is the position of A on this graph? I'll make a line
Okay,
like this.
it's 3, 3.
3, 3, right? So let's say this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in the same way, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the position vector for this guy is 3, 3. So I can write that A is 3, 3. But there's a specific format to writing this. What is that format? No, they haven't told you
X
that in the book. Just a second.
X comes first, followed by Y, right?
Yeah, that's fine. But I'll tell you. That's okay. Now you tell me what is the position vector of E?
Okay, so it's 4 and minus 2.
4 and minus 2. Okay. Whenever you're writing position vector, this is what it looks like. Yep, just that's it. 4 and minus 2 for E. E is 4 and minus 2. Okay. What about this is OA, OE. Let's do OH. Anas, OH. What is the position vector? The position vector. OH.
0 minus
0 minus 3. Pretty good. Now you should realize all of them have O in the beginning. Yes, because we're starting at the origin. That these are basically position vectors. I don't think this is difficult. Yeah. Can I move on? All you have to do is start from the origin. Nothing different. So OB would be 1, 2. Manvi, any doubts here?
No.
So now let's continue with vector geometry.
What is vector geometry?
Vector geometry, I'll show you a question on it. It's just using all of these things together. That's what vector geometry means. And that is what will come in your exam. They won't ask you these simple things. Adding vectors or multiplying them will be there. Adding will also be there. But not
okay, like vectors and a trapezium and all.
Shapes and shapes and all of that. Yeah. Let's solve the question on the board. Now, Anas, read the question.
Prove that the line
Okay, now let's stop. Okay, now what we have to prove that line PQ is parallel to line MN. Now where is line MN first? Manvi, tell me. MN.
MN is at the bottom.
This one, M to N. Okay,
Yep.
where's PQ?
PQ is at the top, yeah.
Now our job is to prove that these guys are parallel. How can I prove that?
Okay, so since PM and
No, first thing first.
QN?
We'll write. Yeah, tell
Okay.
me. First thing first, we'll find out what MN is. We'll first find out what MN is. What is MN? How do I know what is MN? Now I know what PM is, and I know what QN is. QN. Right? Okay. Right. MN is going to be the same as LP. Right. Okay. So this is how we go from M to N. We start here, we go top, and then go downwards. Yes. So how do I reach M? What other way is there to reach N from M? I'll go top like this first, and then I'll go again top, then go downwards, then go downwards. So what I can see is to reach N from M, I'll have to go at MP. Then I'll have to add PL to it. Then I'll have to go LQ, and then I'll have to add QN to it.
Can we directly go from like M to N? Like
No.
to the right?
Now we know M to N. This is right here. We wrote that already. We have to write that what is the other way. Yeah. So this direct way must be same as the other way. So we wrote the direct way, and that direct way is equals to the other way. Okay, because we're reaching the same place. Go from M to N or go this long way and you'll reach N. Both of these will end up at N. Okay, so how do we start? We start first, we go from M to P, then we go from P to L, then L to Q, then Q to N. Manvi, is that clear? Now, how do I write MP? And I know that MP, another thing, you should note down that whenever you have something like this, PM is equals to minus MP. Right? If you flip the letters,
Yes.
then that's the opposite. Let's say if you're going like this, PM, then going from PM back to P, let's say PM is 3, 2. Okay. Then going from
MP
M to
is
P,
minus 2.
right? MP is minus 3, minus 2. If PM was 3, 2. I hope that's clear. Write this in your notebook. Write this part first, write this, and then write this. Example. These are important. Tell me when you're done writing. Anas as well.
Done.
Done, Manvi?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. So are you understanding everything? Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. If you have any questions,
But you just repeated, okay, in the
yeah.
second step, you just repeated the
I'm going to
first
change
two,
some
right?
things. Yeah, I repeated. Now, what will I do? I'm going to replace MP with PM first. Now, can I write MP as minus PM? Okay, I'm replacing everything with these guys, which we have been given in the question, PM and QM. Okay, now do I have PL? No, I don't have PL in the question. I have LP in the question. So I'll replace this with minus LP. Okay, LQ, do I have it? Yeah, I have LQ. I don't have to change that. QN, I also have QN, so I don't have to change that. Fine. Now, can I write MPM as minus 3LP? Can I do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know that PM is 3LP. So minus PM must be minus 3LP plus LQ.
Yeah.
And can I replace QN with 3LQ?
Wait, we don't write the plus.
Where is the plus? Where do we not write? Tell me.
The first, like minus 3LP and then.
Then your voice is breaking off. Tell me clearly. What is your question? You have this plus minus becomes minus.
No, like on the third one, do we write minus 3LP and then plus minus LP?
Plus minus LP. You don't have to write
okay,
the
minus plus. I get it.
You get it. Good. Now that's okay. You can ask me. See, there's nothing wrong with asking questions. Don't worry. I understand why you would think or why you will have a doubt. Having doubts is totally okay, but you have to get them solved. Don't hold doubts. Don't grow them. Now, fine. This is it. Now, can I simplify this? Manvi, how do I simplify? Minus 3LP minus LP would be minus 4LP. Yes?
Okay, minus 4LP plus 4LQ.
4LQ. That is MN. Got it? Fine. Now the next thing is, I know this MN. I know what MN is. Now, what about, let's say, what about PQ, right? The next thing was PQ. What is PQ? Now that's the next step. So let's forget everything about PMN.
Where did you get the 4 from?
Where did I get the 4 from? Minus 3 minus 1 is minus 4. 3 plus 1 is 4.
Okay.
Okay. Write this down in your notebook. Now, how do I go from P to Q, Manvi? It's like a maze.
From P to Q, you go to PM, MN, and then NQ.
NQ. Now, isn't there a better way to do this? PL and directly
Go
NQ.
from PL to NQ.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a shorter way. Now, so I can say PQ is the same as PL plus LQ. Is that clear? Any doubts here?
Yep.
Now,
No.
next, I can replace PL with minus LP. That's in the question.
Yep.
And I can replace LQ with nothing. It's LQ. So the answer is, now let's check, is PQ or is MN K times PQ? That's the question. Third step. I'm going to give it a different color for you. Just let's see, let's take this guy. So Mn must be K times PQ. Okay. What was Mn? Minus 4LP. And what was minus 4LP plus 4LQ? What was PQ? PQ was minus LP plus LQ. I can open the brackets now. I'll get minus 4LP plus 4LQ is equals to K minus KLP plus KLQ. Okay. Now there's another way you can solve this. The another way is that yeah, there's another way you can solve this. Skip that part. The better way is, let's make K the subject. If I make K the subject, I will get minus 4LP plus 4LQ divided by minus LP plus LQ. Yes? That is what I get. Any questions here? Ask me.
So we had to write this one.
Yes. Let's remove this guy as well. And let's just say K is equals to Mn divided by PQ. Okay. Now write this in your notebook. Tell me when you're done. Now before you write it, first tell me, can I factorize this part? Can I take something common in the numerator? I can take 4 common. If I take 4 common, this will become LP plus LQ divided by minus LP plus LQ, and then you get 4. Therefore, Mn is parallel to PQ since K is equals to 4. Note this down in your book. Tell me when you're done. You have to write this much. Yes. Now, Manvi, any questions here?
No.
All right, then.
Done? All of it? Both of you? In the same way, we realize, look, they're asking us the line Mn is 4 times the length of line PQ. You can just prove this by saying that Mn is 4 times or K times PQ, where K is 4 for part B. Now, if you've written the whole thing down, I'm going to give you another question to better practice this. Practice is what's important here. Any doubts here? Any questions? Can I move on?
Yeah, move. You should move.
Yes, I can move. Just a second. I'm going to open a question from the past papers for you. By the way, Manvi, you have a test of maths on Friday.
Yeah.
Both of you. So what chapters are coming? You have a probability and Statistics. Oh, you know what? Only vectors are coming. Is that okay? Only vectors and probability is coming. Done. Let's try solving another question right here. Look at the whiteboard and solve this question. You'll get a reminder in the WhatsApp for the test. Please check it and prepare. I will also be sending you notes for the preparation. Manvi, read the question.
Okay. OPQR is a rectangle and O is the origin. M is the midpoint of RQ and PT is okay. Colon TQ is the ratio of PT to TQ is 2:1. And OP is equal to P and OR is equal to R.
How do I solve question part A 1? Anas, work with me. Manvi, do it in your notebook. Send me a picture.
Okay, yeah, I'm doing it.
I think you can solve this. Yes, not that difficult.
Yeah.
Anas, how do we start this? Tell me. Work with me.
Okay. So to start, we just find MQ.
We just find MQ. Yep, that's very helpful. But how do we do that? First, tell me where is M. Let's draw
M
it
is
on the board.
here.
And let's do this. So, pehla cheez, the
Alright.
first thing you do is this. M to MQ. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Yep, that's how you do it. So you start there, and then how do we solve it? Anything else? Is let's see. We can take. We know that OPQR is rectangle of origin O. Okay. OP is P, and OR is
So
R.
QP is equal to R as well, right?
QP is equals to R. QP.
Yeah.
Yes, QP is also equals to R.
So for heading from Q to P, it will be minus R, right?
Yes, it would be minus R. Always you should realize that this is parallel to this. Both of them are same. P. Now they're telling us that RQ and wait, no. M is the midpoint of RQ. So M is the midpoint, yes? And let's read the question one more time. And let's read the question.
Okay. OPQR is a rectangle and O is the origin. M is the midpoint of RQ and PP ratio PQ is equal to 2:1. OP is P and QOR is R.
Okay, so realize this. Now, if PRM, M is the midpoint, right? It's in the middle. It's mid dividing it. So RM must be half of P, because if the whole thing is P, then at half it must be half P, and from MQ it must be half P as well. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
Can
if
you
the
send
whole
me this because I have to go now.
you have to go now. We'll just find MQ and then we'll end the class. Okay. Let's finish this MQ. Now, so going R, if OP is is P, and then RQ must also be P, and we know that M is the midpoint, so RM must be half of P and MQ must be half of P. We're dividing it in 50%. So 50 here, 50 here. Okay. Now what we realize is I want to go from M to Q, and I realize that MQ must be half P. So the answer over here is half P. Is that clear? Any questions?
Yes.
We'll do the rest afterwards in the next class, hopefully. That's it for today. Now, Manvi, stay for a second. Anas, you can leave. Take care. Goodbye.
Okay, so I have a question about the ESL homework.
ESL homework. Yes, ask me.
So it's a review writing about Mission Follow, right?
Yes, it's a film review about Mission Impossible.
Okay, so can I submit it by like tomorrow afternoon, like tomorrow evening?
Tomorrow evening.
Yeah.
No, you have to submit it by today.
I'll try.
All right, take care. Goodbye. Manvi, can you hear me?